Om Ganeshaya Nama. This reading is for the sign of Leo. So if you have Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in the sign of Leo, this reading is for you. As usual, take what resonates, let go of the rest. The messages that resonate with you, you're going to know within that they resonate with you. And the ones that don't resonate, just let them go. Don't force any message to resonate and fix with your life. Don't force it because those messages might be meant for someone else. So let's get into the reading. The moon, this is the significator card. Moon represents everything hidden, the subconscious, all of the messy emotions. You will be asked to work towards that. So this is an amazing month to do a lot of therapy work, to go into the depths, to go into our psyche and find out the fears that we have. What are these deep rooted anxieties? What are these deep rooted emotions that we suppress? Maybe it's possible that you might have to go through a certain things where your shadow gets revealed, where you are faced with a stressful situation where fear comes up. That will give you a very good outlook towards the things that you need to work on, the things that are hidden. So the moon is also the feminine. So this could be healing of the feminine, and that's not just related to women because we both, men and women, have both the polarities within them. They also have the masculine energy, they also have the feminine energy. So the moon represents the feminine. So you'll have to see what you have been, how have you been neglecting the feminine? How you are not nurturing yourself, how you're not caring for yourself, how are you going against the flow of life? Nature as such, if you let go of to a certain degree, let go of things to a certain degree and surrender to the universe and surrender the flow, life takes you on a journey. Life puts things as it needs to in order to make you progress, because our soul has an inherent intelligence, our body, everything has an inherent intelligence, and the cosmos has an inherent intelligence. Just look at nature. You don't need to force trees to grow. You don't need to force things to move fast. Even if you look at the planets, they move at the speed that they have to. There's not even a second of delay or a slowing down or a faster speeding up of things. It just happens how it's supposed to happen. Nobody's in a rush, but we'll have to see. But as humans, we are in a rush and we are so much in our masculine because the society is such that we are pushed towards masculinity, and masculine traits, masculine energy is appreciated more. This is affecting a lot of women because everyone or most of the women are in their masculine, completely ignoring their feminine. They're not taking care of themselves. They are pushing themselves too hard in the gym. So there could be things coming up which you need to work on, but you might be pushing it away. Firstly, in the very masculine way, just pushing away, like I need to get shit done. It is what it is. That sort of attitude. And Mama did not raise no pussy. That sort of attitude, and you can you might be pushing forth. But there's also the other thing that instead of working on your triggers, working on these self-limiting beliefs, these demons, these shadows that are coming up from hidden deep within, you might be hitting the gym really hard. Like you might be just going to the gym and working out really aggressively in order to run away from everything that's there in the closet. Or there could be, Mars went retrograde in Leo at the start of this year. So this would have brought up a lot of things that you need to work on. Life would have surprised you with something or the other. You could have gone through a breakup. You could have, gone through health issues with friends cutting off and you being forced to deal with certain things, and universe not giving you an option, universe making you deal with it and not letting you be in peace without dealing with it. So here it will be beneficial for you that if you take initiative yourself, because if you do not do that, then universe has to create opportunities and has to create things, and oftentimes they are no fun. They are very messy and they're painful, and you are just forced into it. You are pushed down the rabbit hole by force, and you just have no choice but to deal with it. So don't let yourself get there. Oftentimes, not often, always, universe gives multiple signals. So they are very small hints, and often in the flow of life, being busy with so many things and distracted with all of the menial things, we don't listen to that signal. We ignore that voice, or we put it under the rug, hoping that it will sort itself out automatically and that we will not have to do anything, we'll not have to take responsibility or face it. But then universe forces you and makes you do it. So universe might have shown you red flags in that person, but you continued it because you listened to your logical voice saying that everything is fine, everything is hunky dory. But then later on, you are forced and you go through different things, which now it becomes a more painful process. So here we have the Six of Swords, you know, literally asking you to work through your baggage, and it's time to move on. It's time to move away from things that brought you down, things that hurt you, and you need to process those emotions. You don't have to keep those emotions and those disappointments and trauma with you as a battle scar. You don't have to keep that to prove that you are a strong person and that you went through it, because oftentimes people do this. They hold on to it very tightly because it affirms a part of their ego, and it boosts them, saying that I was able to do this, and so I am great, and I am this and I'm that. And that often, just the weight of it increases too much. Like it gets, because on a daily basis life is going to throw challenges at you, and that is very normal. Like, we go through different issues and problems and everything, but if we continue to keep it on, and the baggage is going to get heavier and heavier and heavier, and one day you're just going to crack and you're going to burst. Then we have the Two of Cups here. So this is what told me about breakups. That it's possible that you went through that, and but it could also be related to friends. It could also be related to work colleagues, or maybe you left a job, or you left working with a partner. This is asking for solitude. This is asking for being by yourself and working through things. Uh, we also have the Page of Cups reversed. So this again, another very strong linkage is about breakups, or men not being aligned. Maybe you met certain men, or that maybe you have interests or you have crushes on certain people, and they are not who you thought they were, or they are not acting in the way uh, that is aligned to you. And in tarot there's no gender per se, because it's all energy. So a woman can have heavy masculine energy, and a man can have heavy feminine energy. So this will also mean a woman, someone who's not aligned to you. But this is another angle that it's coming, is that do not close yourself off to love, because the universe is trying to give you love through different ways every day. um, so don't close yourself just because you found hurt from a certain avenue, a certain place, certain people gave you hurt. That doesn't mean you close yourself off and you don't pursue love anymore. Do the trauma work, do the healing that you need to do, all of that, but do not close your barriers and assume that you need to take a lot of time to heal before you'll be able to do. Don't exaggerate what is already there. Of course we have issues we have to do. Sometimes we exaggerate it way too much. Sometimes healing can be done instantly as well. Sometimes just be having that awareness is enough healing. you know um, so let that through, and let things move through the body, because the body is really tired, like, with all of the heavy energy, all of the astrological things happening, and everything that you're going through in your personal life, all of this difficulty that's going on, you're completely crushed. So I see you. I understand that it is very difficult, because there's too much responsibility that has come on at the same time, and different from different angles, and it feels like there's an issue after issue after issue after issue, and you can't catch a break. So so know that this is very normal at this particular point of time, because nobody that I know and that I don't know of, that read or I see has, nobody has been spared during this time, because the transits that are going on and the energy of Earth and the collective is such that everyone is going through several life changing moments, and their entire life is sort of crumbling down and being rebuilt again. And there's literally no one that is has not gone through pretty aggressive stuff in the past few weeks and months, because it's a little wild, very wild, not a little wild. And there's a bit more to come, so that's why you have to prepare yourself, that's why you have to use this time. So it is difficult, of course, but this is also very potent, because the healing and the things that you can do now, the healing that you can do now will actually be able, will be more potent, as in it'll help you clear out baggage that was there for years and decades, probably going back to your childhood. It could you could end up doing that. So never underestimate the healing and the progress that you can make during a volatile period. When everything is working well, everything is nice, doing changes at that particular point of time can be a little difficult, and it can find you can be hesitant to do that, because everything's working well, so why shake up stuff. But now if everything is shaken already, so might as well do it. If your relationships are under view, so you might as well put everyone under the radar, including the ones that you wouldn't generally put. Even put them under the radar and see that it might be possible that there are certain people that gaslight you and are not aligned to you, but you are connected with them because you think that's how it's supposed to be. Like, this person I know from so long, or this person is my family member or my parent or someone, then why would they wouldn't do bad, or they would not have bad intentions towards me and all that. But you never know. You need to analyze, you need to use this period to see. So keep a little bit distance from everything, that with that two of cups, distance, solitude. Even if you're around people, have that space, go into your own world, and then analyze everything. Make all of this suffering and difficulty you're going through, make that have a certain meaning and have a certain use, rather than it just being for namesake. Because see that we have the nine of swords here, so you see a lot of trouble, a lot of anxieties. Like, you could be having a lot of nightmares over these particular days. There could have been a lot of difficulty in sleeping, or maybe sleep gets interrupted, or and stress about the past, stress about the future. You need to not lose hope, irrespective of all of that. That is the point where you are learning and healing. So no matter what happens, no matter what difficulties you have to face, do not lose hope. We have the nine of wands reversed here. So there could be a part of you that has fear, and that is losing hope, that is sort of extremely tired and just wants to give up. Because you see the person here, he's just completely, finished, and just wants to go home and sleep, and just wants to, put pause on everything that's happening around in the world. But do not lose hope, because these challenges are there to advance you, and these are growing you as a person, as a soul, and this is something that you have to go through. Some of the difficulties are connected to the karma that you're cleaning. So just know that you are not meaninglessly just suffering. There are certain past life things that are coming and that needs to be cleaned off, and that's why it's important that you have your spiritual practices, that you connect with higher forces, with deities, gods, and continue that work, because they intervene, and through their blessings you are able to firstly have strength to go through whatever you go through. You have protection against forces that are seen and unseen, and at the same time there could have been a bigger issue that you might have come to you. But the beauty of the gods and deities is that they often come through and cut it out. So they'll make you go through a minor thing which to you is going to feel like the world is coming to an end. But in truth, it is just a minor thing that you're going through. It could have been extremely worse. And sometimes, you will notice that certain things happen suddenly out of nowhere, and you were rescued out of it at the last minute. And it could have gone very worse and been detrimental to you, but it just got rescued, or it was not as bad as you thought. That's all because of the grace of the universe, grace of your deities. So that's why it's really important you have these practices and continue doing them. Continue to meet people. Three of cups. Continue to meet people, continue to socialize. At this particular point of time, you need the friends with you, need these people with you, so that you can find something to celebrate. Like this month, you're going to have something to celebrate, even if it means that you got done and got over a certain hurdle that was plaguing you from a while, or successfully completed something, or successfully completed that itself could be a major thing that you go through in this month. We then next have the Three of Wands reversed. So there could be certain manifestations that you're waiting on, or maybe you're doing a lot of manifestation work, but no results is coming through. You're not seeing them show up. There's a lot of stagnancy and blockages happening. Here is the time to trust. Here's the time to surrender what you are calling in. Because one of the most important thing about manifestation is the surrender process, where you let go of the thing that you're asking for. Because needing it and wanting it creates this frequency of lack, which then repels what you're calling for. So trust that whatever seeds that you have sowed are bringing results. They're going to fruit, and you're going to see the tree slowly coming up in time, in divine time. So sometimes just having patience, having taking time out, and that delay, that difficulty that you go through, that little bit of suffering that you have while waiting for the thing to manifest, is also a part of you learning your lessons and also cleaning out karma, because universe is preparing you. You need to be prepared for what you asked for. Maybe the thing that you're asking for is way too big to you and bigger than your capacity, and you need to be able to hold it. Plus you need to be able to not get attached to it, because there's no end in that terms. When we get attached to it, the universe protects us from it, from creating more worse situations. So sometimes delay can be this way, but there are a lot of seeds that you have planted, and they are working behind the scene. So trust that. Continue doing your hard work. Continue to do the work that you're supposed to do and that you want to do, and there could be a lot of hard work that you're doing in this month. Don't move away from your responsibilities that are there for a day-to-day basis, no matter how difficult it is, no matter how crazy the things are going currently. Continue doing that hard work and continue showing up, because 80-90% of the thing is just showing up. Universe seeing your intention, universe is seeing your hard work, universe is seeing that regardless of the difficulties that it has inflicted on you, you still show up, and that is worthy of being blessed. Then we have the Queen of Cups. So in nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, this could be a month where you're also healing the feminine within you. That side has to be taken care of, and when you put attention towards it, the universe is so slowly going to guide you as to how you need to heal, and you will have the support of your guides. Be nurturing to yourself, be inviting to people. uh, Love is really powerful, and love is needed. The language of the universe is unconditional love, so you need to show that to yourself as well. You need to love your body. Maybe you're going through certain health issues, so it is even more important now to show your body love, because through all the difficulties that have come through, and problems that it may show, it's just trying to tell you, it's just trying to signal you that it needs attention. So you give it, and you work on healing yourself. So that's the biggest thing that you can do, which being your own mother, being the mother that you wish you had. Also working on your mother issues, the feminine lineage that you have, that side could have been wounded. So you need to see how the women in your lineage have been Like, what are the problems that they went through? What is the recurring theme that has gone what they have gone through? So that is something you could have been come here to clean out. So get aware of that, awareness of that, because your significant card of the entire thing is moon. So there's a lot of revelations coming through, and a lot of things that are hidden in the dark will be shown. And you guys are Leo, which is ruled by the sun, so you have a natural affinity to light up things. So don't run away from the shadow. If you embrace it, your inherent sun rulership tends to light up those areas and show things to you in ways that is not revealed to others. Then we have the Venus card here, beloved. Venus is in Pisces, and it's where it's exalted. So there could be a lot of Venusian activities that you're engaging in, dressing up good, eating good, again, taking care of your feminine side, because Venus represents that as well. So that's wonderful. Then we have the Vesta, the hearth. That's the fire within. So this again, maybe talking about twice about nutrition, but hearth is the fire that burns in every house. That symbolically and also literally about food and nutrition. Again, that nutrition is here. And how are you feeding your soul and the fire that burns within, the eternal flame within, and very much Leo related, because you always have that shine, no matter what dark circumstances you are in, no matter how much darkness is around you, you always have that shine within you. You are the embodiment of the sun. So do not forget that. Then we have the midheaven. It says the pinnacle. So this could be connected to your career, connected to your fame, to the people that know you, and your outward expression. Like, how are you showing up in public? How is your social media presence? Um, what do you want to do in terms of work? So there, all these things could be under consideration. Then we have the eighth house. See, mystery. This is very much connected with the moon, connected with Pluto. So also see where Pluto is moving in your chart and see what area it is asking you to work on. Because we recently had this Pluto and Mars opposition. Mars was in Leo in your sign, and Pluto in the opposite sign of Aquarius. So that tug of war and that conflict brought up a lot of triggers, and this has been happening from a few months. So that's why now is that time to do the shadow work, time to face whatever you need to face. Then we have the badger. It says bring your life into balance. Okay, and it has archangels Mary and Sandalphon. Interesting. So you could connect with these archangels and see. Then we have the lady bird. It says accept happiness and good fortune, like be open to receiving. See, that's the queen of cups. She's inviting, she's open to receiving, she's open to nurturing herself. She's the divine mother taking care of herself. So be open to receiving gifts and love and help from people. That's also a part of the feminine energy, settling into that, where you're okay with letting people help you, asking for help as well. That all work, it moves towards the feminine side. Then we have the dolphin spirit. I love this. This and that are true. So it's talking about duality, and two things can be true at once. So keep your mindset open, especially when all of these revelations are going to come to you about yourself, about your psyche, but also about different people and what's going on around you. There could be a lot of signals. So be open to both sides being true. That will really take you and really push you to open your perception, because oftentimes we have this black and white perception. This is right, that is wrong, absolutism. But here they're asking you to open your mindset and be okay with both being true at the same time. Okay, so now I have these three cards here where I want you to ask questions, and you can and I have three cards here. Okay, I have three cards here, so I want you to ask three questions, and one by one, I'm going to read them. So you can pause and think of three questions, and then I'm going to go one by one. And you don't have to ponder on what this question is. Just take a couple of seconds. Whatever pops in first, that just go with that. Ask whatever you need to ask. Take your time, pause, and ask. Okay, so the first question that you asked about, it says, listen to your intuition. This is the time to choose and witness many of the illusions in your day to day life. Letting go of old paradigms and reactions to the aspects perpetrated by your ego mind, you set the flow of a new wave of liberation for yourself. Fear is one aspect that hugely impacts this and will block your intuition. Tune into your heart as its desires for some intuitive prompts. So listen to your intuition. So whatever you asked about, so ask you to listen to your intuition more and ponder on that more, because there's something the universe trying to tell you, and the intuition is trying to tell you. So you have to ponder on that. Whatever you ask. So now the second one, ask, pause, and ask. Okay. So it says you are ready. All your past experiences have led to this moment. You have studied and grown spiritually in many ways. There is nothing more to do. You are ready to move forward and to embrace the person you know in your heart you are meant to be. So that is for the second question that you asked. And now ask the third question. Okay, it says you are manifesting this right now. You are a master manifester. There's no rush, so enjoy the flow and allow the divine starlight energies to do the same. Stay positive and let the law of harmony and the law of attraction bring you what you desire. Receive great things, including happiness, good fortune, and loving relationships as you transition into this new higher frequency of love. Well, I love that. This is for the third question that you asked. So that's related to the situation. You need to use a discernment and put it in the way that you asked, because it could be a very specific question that you asked, but you need to now use your common sense, your discernment to analyze how that answer sets in well. You can always comment below, and if you have any questions, and yeah, definitely share this with as many people as you can. Please like, share, and subscribe, because this really helps get the videos out to other people that are watching, so that they could watch and get the messages that they're meant to receive. So thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next reading.